Okay. All right. So, the five most important relationships in your life. You know, relationships can make or break you. They really, really can. And in this season of our lives, we don't have time for relationships that don't help us to succeed. So that's what it really I want to tell you about today. These relationships can make you or break you. They can help you succeed or help you fail. They're relationships. We're all from the time we are born to the time we die, we are in relationship. Yeah, you come in this world and you're, in relationship with your parents. You grow up and you're in relationship with your friends and with other people that you go to school with, go to work with, go to church with. Whatever you do, it's always about relationships, and relationships are, to alongside of you, whether you're with a spouse or whether you're single. There are great relationships. Hey, David. Hey, Mijan. All right, Gil, thank you for joining us. Okay, so the five relationships in your life that can make you or break you. Number one is your relationship with God. Okay, your relationship with your Creator is the most important relationship in your life, because that is the relationship that helps to define you. It helps you to know who you are. When God made you, He created you wonderfully. He created you fearfully. He created you awesomely. He created you with such greatness inside. But if you're not connected to God, then you're not connected to the source of you. Okay? So God is the first and the greatest relationship. Hey, Carlotta, to see you out here. God relationship, your relationship with God defines you and it refines you. Yes, because when you have the hookup with God and with His Word, then it continues to grow you. It continues to help you to be a better you. Okay, so your first relationship is with God. The second one is with yourself. It is so important that you have a healthy relationship with yourself. And I know that, we hear it all the time. Hey, Leonard, my good friend. We hear it all the time, but you need to be healthy. You need to be whole. You got to love yourself, because if you don't love you, guess what? Nobody else will either. And if you don't love you in a healthy and a wholesome way, and, take care of yourself. And the way you can know that you love you is that you are helping yourself to grow spiritually first, emotionally, and, all of the things that go on in your mind, that you're helping yourself, you're feeding yourself positive stuff. You're talking to yourself positively. I can instead of I can't. Okay. And then you're also you're dealing with your body. A lot of us get to a certain stage and age and our bodies break down because we're not taking care of them. Okay, and that doesn't mean you have to be a size 2 and eat lettuce and vegetables all the time, but you need to take care of your body. Diet and exercise is important. It does count. And it's not about being a beauty queen or a handsome king or whatever, even though that's good and there ain't nothing wrong with that. But I want you to take inventory of your body. What have you been doing this year to take care of yourself? Have you gone to the doctor? Have you had the right tests and all the stuff that you need to do? Take care of yourself. Okay? It is so important. Hey, Tony, thank you. So yes, the first relationship is with God. God defines you and refines you. The second relationship is with yourself. Taking care of yourself must be your number one priority. Okay? And I know a lot of times, and I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, I used to be a sister and a daughter, okay? All of those relationships, sometimes you can get sucked into relationships. I used to be a wife. All of those things, you have to take care of yourself, or else you have nothing to give to anybody else. So taking care of yourself means spending quality time with you, quiet time with you. It means praying about you. There are times that I just get up in the morning and I say, God, order my steps, establish my thoughts on today. I want to be the best me I can be, because when I get out in the world today, I want to be a blessing to those people that I encounter. Okay, so if I'm angry, if I'm upset, if I'm frustrated, then I'm going to be, a mess when I go out. Right. So if you're that person, you need to take care of you. Okay. So God refines and defines you is the second relationship. Be a top priority to yourself. Number three, your spouse and or your family. Okay, if you're married, your spouse is your first ministry. And I know many of us in ministry, we are challenged and stretched to do all kinds of stuff. In the church world never stops. It keeps on spinning, and you can just get lost doing stuff for everybody else. Your first ministry needs to be your home. If you have a spouse and you have a family, make sure that that ministry there is superseding any other ministry outside of your home. Okay. And if you're a wife, take care of your husband. Okay. If you're not if you're a husband, take care of your wife. If you're a mother, take care of your children. Love on those little people, because guess what, they'll get up and out before you know it. All right. So make sure that you take care of your family and your spouse. All right. Healthy, wholesome, loving relationships. And don't be afraid of counseling. These are the days and times when we have unexpected things that we never imagined that we would be going through 10, 15, 20 years ago. Hey, Tiara. Hey, Pastor Everett. Okay. Hey, Kimani. Things that we are dealing with now, things that our kids are dealing with now, it's time, that you don't know it all. And there are times when you need to go to a counselor, a family counselor, a personal counselor, a marriage counselor. And you know what? It's not all about everything breaking down and being broken and you got to fix it from the ground up. Sometimes it's about maintenance. Yeah, because before it breaks down, just like the car, you go get some oil, you get your oil checked, you get everything, kind of checked out, make sure that it's ready for the next season. That's the same thing you do with your relationships at home. And there are times at home where you need to have a family meeting and say, okay, how are we doing? Okay, is everybody okay? Maintenance on your relationships at home is so, so important. Okay, you were thinking about having an affair? Don't have an affair. All right, do not have an affair. An affair really does so much damage to you first, because you know what? It tears down your own self-esteem, because who you promised you were going to be when you made those vows is violated. Okay, and when you violate yourself and you violate your own promise, it tears you apart first. Okay, and it might feel good for a minute, but I promise you, you're going to regret it later. Yes, so don't have that affair. All right, so okay, your spouse and your family, your first ministry. If it's broke, fix it. If it's not broke, and maintenance it. Okay, number 4. These are relationships that can make or break you. So the first one is God. The second one is yourself. The third one is your spouse and or your family. The fourth one is friends. Woo! How many of us, woo. Okay, you can't pick your family, but you can pick your friends. And let me tell you something. I was out to lunch a couple weeks ago with some ladies, and I was talking to them, and one sister was telling me, she was telling me about her boyfriend, her male relationship, and she was saying, he's not into church, but that's okay, because I don't really need a man that's all into church and all that. You know what? You have to be like-minded with people that you're going to be in covenant with. Okay, and sometimes they don't have to see eye to eye on everything, when you wear your black and white on Sunday, on third Sunday, or whatever. But I'm telling you, if they don't love the Lord, if they don't honor him and respect God, that's one of the very first things you need to be looking at with your friends. Because when you're down and you're feeling that you might want to do something that you shouldn't do, your friend should not be telling you, yeah, girl, go on and do it, whatever. That's how it goes these days. You need somebody who will speak the word of God into your life, who will encourage you to be your best self. You need somebody who's going to say, listen, that's going down a dead end road. And when you come out of that, I'm going to be here for you, but you don't need to go down that road. Okay, so you need somebody who's wise, somebody who's a praying person. Yeah, your friends should not just be, people who are well to do and in the right social circles. Yeah, you need them too, but those are acquaintances. And sometimes they're just people that you know. But your friends, your real people, those, are born, as the Bible says, for a day of adversity. When you're going through and you're challenged in your spirit, you're challenged in your life, who's going to step up and help you? Those are friends. Who's going to pray for you and pray with you? That's right. Tell the truth to your friends, even when it hurts. I love it. Yes. Thank you so much. Okay. How many of you out there have ever had a friend that's getting ready to mess up and you had the nerve to speak up? Yeah, I know years ago I was getting ready to be in this relationship, and I was mad at my friends because my friends didn't really kind of like tell me, girl, they should have pulled me to the side and pulled my coat and said, girl, he ain't the one. And I did have a couple people, and I was a little mad with them at first, but then I listened to them later and I was glad. Okay, but there's times, and some of you are sitting right here listening to me, and you got some people in your life right now that you winking at what they're doing, and they're messed up. They're in some jacked up relationships. It's time to tell the truth. Okay, tell the truth. Your friends will help you. They ought to help you stay on the straight and narrow path, and you ought to help them the same. Okay. Friends help you to share the load of life. And that's the value of friends. Okay, so your friendships can make or break you. And guess what? A wise person told me one time, you may not have but really 2 or 3 real friends in this lifetime. Okay, a lot of us want, we think we meet people and, oh, we're going to just be friends. Most of the people you meet are just going to be acquaintances. And people come into your life, remember this, for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Friends are lifetime. Okay, sometimes you have people who are acquaintances who come into your life for a reason, and that reason will expire. Okay, that season, which is the second area, will expire. But that lifetime friend will be there through thick and through thin. When you up and when you down, when you got money and when you don't, when you rolling with the high boys, the big boys, and when you walking with the chickens, okay? So those friends are important, all right? The 5th relationship are mentors or teachers. Mentors or teachers. Those can be parents. They can be pastors. They can be people that are people that you know through books, people that you know through television ministries, whatever But those mentors and or teachers are so valuable in your life because they give you life lessons that develop you. Mentors and teachers give you life lessons that develop you. Okay, they will challenge you and motivate you. Okay, teachers and mentors don't always tell you what you want to hear. Sometimes they tell you things to make you better that, it's a bitter pill to swallow when you're tasting it, but it goes down and it helps to make you stronger and better. Okay, so you ought to find people who can mentor you, who can teach you, who can pour into you and help you be a better you. And if you're not around people who are right there in your circle that look for people that you can look up to, whether they're on social media, whether they're in books, whether they're authors, whether they're teachers or preachers. You ought to find some people who can speak into your life. You don't know it all. None of us know it all. We are always learning. We're always growing. And that's why we always have to reach higher, reach outside of our inner circle and find people who we can pull in to help to make us better. Those are 5 relationships that will make or break you. All right. I hope you've been blessed today. Let me know something on social media. Send me some comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you guys. Have a great rest of the day.